Hi guys, I'm Dan at vintagevelo.org and today, potholes. We've got to talk about potholes. It's an itch I've got to scratch because it's a huge bugbear for me. Now I'm here in the southeast of England. First off, I apologise about wind noise. It was supposed to brighten up today, but it hasn't and the wind's come up. So if there is a bit of wind noise, I apologise about that. But I am out on this rather gorgeous X-Sky Bradley Wiggins team bike from early 2012. Now I'm sat astride a bike here that, you know, it won Paris-Nice in that year. This bike won Tour Romandy. It's epic, but is it good enough to ride on the roads of the southeast of England? Well, I'm going to be honest with you, there's better to be had. Now the reason for this video, apart from the fact I recently rode into yet another pothole and broke a spoke again, is because a buddy of mine is over from France and he was gobsmacked at how much the roads had deteriorated since he was last here. And you know, he was looking over some of the bikes in the collection and he was just kind of wondering why I collect and ride all of these epic vintage road bikes, race bikes, and I don't ride a mountain bike, or at least a cyclocross bike, which would be so much more suited to what are effectively gravel and cobble roads that we have here in the UK. And it did get me thinking a little bit. And I thought, well, let me take you out. This is a simple route. These are main roads I'm going to go on. I mean, a lot of the main roads I go on in this area a lot. So I'm not like cherry picking. There are worse to be had out there on the minor roads, but these are all main roads, lots of traffic, and plenty of reasons to fix them. So I thought we'd go around, just check out and talk about a couple of the potholes that I know, well, more than a couple, and we can have a look at what can be done about it and why they are so bad. But also on the subject of vintage mountain bikes, in my hazy recollection of cool things, I do seem to remember, maybe back in the 80s or 90s, a really cool looking, I think it was Bianchi, maybe it was Martini liveried mountain bike, one of the team bikes from back then. I don't really remember, so if any of you do recall those really cool Bianchi team bikes, mountain bikes, do go down below, let me know what they are. Maybe I'll look one up. I don't think I want one. I did ride a mountain bike last year out in Serbia, whose, despite being Soviet bloc or ex-Soviet bloc, roads were considerably better than they are here. Yeah, the mountain bike experience, that wasn't for me. Alright, just check out this bad boy. Now that is truly huge. Probably about 8 meters by 2 meters, so big someone has sprayed on there "Fill me in red" to give the Highways Agency an idea that perhaps it needs a bit of attention. But get this, I did a bit of research, and in a true kind of Star Wars Jedi fashion, this is not the pothole you seek. This is not a pothole. This is a failure of the top surface dressing area, expected between 8 to 10 years. And as such, it's not a pothole. So I guess they don't feel it needs to be fixed because they're not fixing it. Or slowing down for the traffic either. So there's basically three main reasons for road surface deterioration, or potholes as we like to refer to them. The first is just simply a lack of maintenance and money. The second is the amount of traffic and usage and weight on the surface. And the third is the weather. Mostly here in the UK, it's rain. And that is pretty simple to deal with. The rain lands on the roads, it goes to the side, and then it goes down the drain, and hey, off you go. But of course, that means you've got to deal with your drains. Now, in a lot of Europe, you have ditches at the side of the road that are usually maintained, and that takes them all away because you get those big storms, continental storms. They're quite impressive, and you do need to do quite a lot of work to get that water away, or you just flood. But here in the UK, we have submerged underground drainage systems. and obviously that requires cleaning and maintenance to get the water down there. Now, a few years ago I did actually get in contact with my local highways authority and inquire as to whether anyone was actually getting around to emptying these drains. And I did actually receive an answer from them. It's the only correspondence I've ever had from them. They've since gone quiet on me. But they told me that the drains are cleared once every 6 months and that they have never spent more on repairing the roads. And boy, aren't they doing a just stand-up job. Now, let me just show you something. Now, here I am again. I'm on another main road. This is no light, tiny road. And just check this bad boy out. This is a road surface drain. I'll nip up the road. I'll try and find one that actually shows you what's underneath this. Now, there's a whole load of these all the way down this stretch of road, and they all look like this. This is not draining any water. There's supposed to be an iron grate with a surface thing that goes down to the underground. Every 6 months? Come on, we've got more of that Jedi thinking. These are not the drains you are looking for. I mean, no wonder you've got the school down there with the potholes that I'll take you down and show you what's going on. Because if you don't get rid of the surface water, then it just starts to do a lot of damage. Blocked. Blocked. Oh! Hang on. There we go. That's what they're supposed to look like. See the drain? I mean, it's starting to fill up, but that is a drain. Blocked. Blocked. I mean, I'm just going to stop there. Now here's another, I mean, this is a beautiful example of just a trashed bit of road. We look in the middle here, it's enormous, it's really deep over there. The cars travel real fast. This is a major thoroughfare. And get this, over there is a school. It's a school. So this is like the approach to the school. Now, what we have, someone has actually done a very small repair. Now, I did look up the standards for road repair, and I can assure you absolutely 100% that there is nothing in any guideline, and there are only guidelines that says that is acceptable and that is okay to leave. Yeah, it's proper mad. And like I say, school. Sorry, just videoing. Moaning about the state of this.
It's appalling. Absolutely appalling.
It's been like this for years, isn't it?
Absolutely appalling. And nothing, they patch little soppy little
yeah.
bits up. And look, there's holes
I know.
there and there's holes there. This is, you know, what do we pay our rates for?
Yeah.
For this sake, and it's getting worse.
Now coming up here is one of my favourite areas of just no top drop. I mean, hang on, we just figure out where, you know, this looks a bit rough. Trust me, it really feels rough as well. Because there's just no surface left. Look at it, it's mad. And yeah, excuse me adjusting the camera all the time, but for me to avoid it, I got to try and pick routes in the road that don't involve potholes. Big challenge. Well, I survived our little tour to pothole just there. Now, thoughts. First off, I did actually approach our local authority, local highways authority, for comment on the state of the roads and the drains. But for our benefit, they have simplified their website and they no longer take direct questions of that type. So I was unable to get in contact with them. Likewise, my local MP, I wrote to her, but you know, they've decided they don't want to get back to me at all ever. Written to them several times and they've never got back to me, so I guess I'm not asking the right kind of questions. Interestingly, there was an open letter written by a new MP about a month ago, demanding further action from her local authority in her constituency about the roads. And that authority got back again in an open letter, and they said to directly address the issue that they had written a very sternly worded letter to their contractor. Sternly worded letter. Now, obviously, someone might suggest withhold payment, penalties, strip them of their license, maybe get a new contractor, but I never thought a sternly worded letter. Now that'll put it up them for sure. What can be done? Tricky one. There's no money. There hasn't been money for years. Yes, we are the 6th largest economy in the world, but it doesn't seem to trickle down to any of our road surfaces or anything that we may see, touch or feel. Now, I'm going to be honest here. I question whether the contractor model is actually fit for purpose anymore, and perhaps road surfacing especially should be brought back in-house by teams employed directly by local authorities, because I think that's the only way you will get accountability and value for money, because for sure, whatever it is we've got going on at the moment isn't working, it's not accountable, and it's definitely not value for money. Just my thoughts there. You may agree, not disagree. It'd be fascinating if anyone wants to defend local authorities. Do get in touch if you do. But also, if you know of the worst pothole in your area, do let me know below. I'm sure we've got some corking great holes out there that we just want to talk about. Try not to talk about like a little tiny road out the back of beyond, because they're just falling apart. Main roads, let's hear about those. Anyway, hopefully you found that perhaps enjoyable, never know. But do like and subscribe for anything else that's cool to do with vintage bikes. Thanks a lot.